อาจจะให้คุณเจฟฟรีย์ได้ประเมินว่า4 เดือนไปแล้วเนี่ยนะครับการเกิดรัฐประหารในประเทศไทยในมุมมองของนักวิชาการต่างชาติอย่างคุณเจฟฟรีย์เองมองเห็นแนวโน้มของการปฏิรูปและการเปลี่ยนผ่านจากเผด็จการไปสู่ประชาธิปไตยอย่างไรในประเทศไทยตอนนี้ครับ
As someone who has studied Thai history for a long time, when it first happened, when the coup occurred, I wanted to see how it might be different from previous coup attempts and successful coups in Thai history. And so right now, like many people, I am still waiting to see how this will continue before I can tell its benefits or possible disadvantages. Yes, I'm an American by birth, but I lived in Thailand for a long time, and I studied or I taught Thai students, and so I'm very close to Thailand, and so I want what's best for Thailand, and I'm not the type of person that's going to decide democracy such as this or democracy in that way is best. I can't make that decision for the people of Thailand. At the same time, I, like anyone else, have their own perspective, and that perspective is shaped both by American politics and by what I saw in Thailand before. So I'm still concerned about the Thai people, and I just hope that that this period is a transition, and that it will eventually go back to a form of democracy that the Thai people find acceptable and that they find suits their particular interests. So at this point, I can't say, for instance, the coup was a bad thing or the coup was a good thing. The point is what will be the outcome in the end? What role does the coup play in long-term political development in Thailand?
And do you think the coup going to be the long period in Thai country or just 1 year that he promised to the Thai people?
Honestly, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't have my crystal ball, so I don't know. I think it depends. Prayut and others who are the architects of the coup and the current political system, it depends on what their goals are. Okay, so I would imagine that they will continue the current path or stay on the current path until it solves or until it reaches their goals. And so it really depends. He has not articulated clearly exactly what are all those goals. And so anytime you do something like this, you persist in that direction until you reach your goals. So without knowing exactly what the goals are, I can't say how long it'll continue.
So Thai coup, they try to make the people understand and try to reform the country to be a democracy in Thai style. Do you understand and have your perception about democracy in Thai style? What it mean and what do you understand about that?
The problem with that phrase or that concept is that you are a Thai citizen. So you can decide what Thai style means. Prayut has maybe a different idea of what Thai style is. Every person that's of Thai origin has a different understanding of what Thai democracy might be. So it could be problematic. Now maybe Prayut understands what the vast majority of Thai people understand to be Thai style. If that's the case, then maybe something good will come of this. But if his concept or notion of Thai style is quite different than what the Thai people want, then maybe it's going to be a problem down the road. I don't know. But again, just the concept of Thai style, honestly, it reminds me a little bit of what happened in Indonesia with guided democracy. And that was essentially, it's democratic, but from time to time it needs government to come in and say, no, don't go that far, or no, we have to make adjustments because it's leading in a direction that we didn't anticipate or that we don't want. And so that is democracy with the opportunity to intervene. And by using the term guided, it insinuates that the person in charge has that opportunity to determine when to stop it or when to allow it to continue. So if that's what Thai-style democracy is going to be, it depends again on the person in control and if what they are doing either benefits or is in the best interest of all the Thai people. If it's in the best interest and the Thai people accept that, then it will continue.
Another problem in Thailand, we have the military, the government right now trying to pressure the people who against the coup d'etats in country that they're using the Article 112. On your opinion, what do you think about using these weapon, we can say, to force or to stop the people to thinking or to criticize the politics or even the monarchy in country? This is the way that going to make the countries more problem, or they can make peace for the country. What do you think about this?
That's a difficult question. Okay, as I mentioned before, I am a foreigner, and at the same time, I'll be very honest. When I was in Thailand, living in Thailand, give you a good example, and I go to a movie, and before the movie begins, the images of the king come up and the royal national anthem, and it's very dramatic. And even though I was an American who had fallen in love with Thailand, it was very moving. It was very touching. It was very dramatic and very impressive. And even though I cannot possibly feel Thai nationalism in my heart because I'm not Thai, it made me feel proud to be in Thailand. Now, the one thing that I fear is, and the reason I say that is that I appreciate the king and the royal family, and I think that the king has done wonderful, wonderful work for the Thai people. I have no question about that. In fact, my university presented the king with an honorary doctorate in 2000. So, am I supportive of the king? Absolutely. Not a question whatsoever. What I ask, though, is the people who use 112, what are their motivations? Is it truly to protect the royal family, or is it based on their own political motivations? Is this a way to prevent political rivals from taking power from them? So I will turn it around this way. In Thai society, a good king is someone who is beneficent and thinks of what the people need, and he tries to provide that for them. The people who use 112, are they using it in that manner? Are they using it without any kind of self-motivation or selfish interests? And if they are, then I think it's a bad thing. If they're using it truly to protect the king, then maybe it could be a good thing.
Do you think the Thai monarchy or the king of Thailand that did not involve with the politics and they are purely not involved in the politics? What do you think about that?
I think the king is involved in politics. And ironically, I think that the king never wanted to be in politics. But because of the history of Thailand, going back especially to the era of Seret Thanarat, when Sarit Thanarat wanted to bring the royal family, wanted to create the institution that exists today to benefit him and to help consolidate his rule and to add to his regime more legitimacy. Okay?
Yeah.
And time after time, different rulers, different politicians or generals have done the same thing, where they consistently go to bring the royal family into politics. And I think in some ways it's unfortunate, because I do believe that the king himself would prefer to not be involved in politics.
And you believe that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I've not had an opportunity to speak personally with Tan, but obviously, so I cannot speak on his behalf or anyone else's behalf.
Okay.
I'm just Farang, okay? So that doesn't know, and but my point is that on a number of occasions, being a historian, I know that Sarit Thanarat, with Long Wichet's influence, saw the need to revitalize or reestablish the royal family that since 1932 had not had that position, and he did it for his own political, maybe not just political motivations, maybe he felt it was necessary in his pursuit of developing Thailand, in his attempt to thwart the advance of communism, whatever his motivations, and maybe they were pure. But he definitely helped to reestablish the kingship as a very prominent institution in Thailand. And in many different periods after that, in 1973, which is a very interesting turning point, the royal family was again involved, at times supportive of Thanom, at other times, actually August 1973, the royal family, the king in particular, expressed his support for the students at Thammasat, and essentially saying that they are supportive of democracy, and that he thought that that was a good thing at that time. My point is that I think the king himself has become involved in politics grudgingly. That is not where he wanted to be, perhaps, but he continued to be pulled into politics. And yes, and I can understand that is not a criticism in any way of the royal family, and that's all I would like to say.
Do you know why the many Thai people right now they criticize the monarchy a lot, and what happened in Thai society to talk about king a lot in recently? And they have a lot of question also. Yeah,
I could probably answer that with a question myself, in the sense that I have not seen, I have not read any direct criticism from a Thai aimed at the royal family itself. Okay, by which I mean the king, the queen, the prince, or the princesses. I've not seen any direct criticism.
okay.
The only criticism I can claim to have read about or seen or heard was people around the royal family. People who, whether they are politicians, civil servants, military officials, that there may have been criticism towards those people who, over many, many years, have gained in terms of the number of people that now are around the institution of the royal family. So if there's criticism for some of the people that are around the royal family, yes, I've seen that. I'm not going to say whether I agree with them or I disagree with them. Again, I have my opinions and I protect those, and so if others want to share their opinions, even though they diverge from mine, that's fine. They're entitled to their opinion.
So, what do you think we going to have a new king after my present king had been passed away? Do you think we gonna have another king, king number 10 in a few years, or what do you think we can have transfer to another king in very smoothly, or we gonna have a problem about that in the future?
That's a very dangerous question.
You cannot answer this question. It's also in your mind.
That's almost like if I was religious, a Christian, a devout Christian, and I said to a Catholic priest, "There is no God."
Yeah, that is the same. Yeah, it's okay.
I can get struck by lightning for that.
Okay.
My answer would be, it is up to the Thai people and what they feel is necessary in terms of the structure of Thai society and the centrality of the royal family. Is it integrated so completely in Thai society and Thai political culture? If so, then it will continue. That's really all that I can say. I know that the king is human, and so being human, just as someone is born, then there is the opposite of being born. I'm not going to use the word because that's just not appropriate in this circumstance. What will follow after him, I don't know. It's very similar through history. If we went back to, let's say, for instance, the fifth reign, and King Chulalongkorn at that point had ruled the longest of any Thai king ever.
Right.
Okay. Did people know exactly who would succeed him? Most people knew that his eldest son would succeed him, but I think some people hoped that Chakrabong would succeed him. Nobody really knew for sure then. We really don't know for sure now.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. My pleasure.